Hello, everybody, and welcome to Racing from Delaware Park. I'm Rich Glazier, and we're going to take a look at Delaware Oaks Day, our second biggest day of the year. Lots of stakes races, just a good card up and down here at Delaware Park. But first, I have to tell you a little story. John Kern and every other amateur weatherman have been telling me that all week it's going to rain on this Saturday. They're calling for rain all over the place. And it didn't rain. Now, when I was a little boy and I used to come to Delaware Park as a fan, they didn't have Sunday racing yet. So the only day I could get here was Saturday because I had a job. And one night I prayed, please, don't let it rain on Saturday at Delaware Park. This is a long time ago. Because it's the only day I go, and I got to have turf racing. Yeah, that far back. Please. And he listened to me. Because you can count on one hand the amount of times we've had a little rain on a Saturday. Philly Park was sloppy all day today. Monmouth canceled because they rained so hard there. People were telling me the tornado watch in Newcastle County. John Service, the trainer, drove down from Philly, said it rained. He had his flashers on all the way down here. It was raining so hard. My wife called from the beach telling me they had to get off the beach because of all the thunder and lightning. And what happened here in Stanton, Delaware? Sunshine. Sunshine. And maybe it rained after the races ended, but we had a fast track and a firm turf, and that prayer is still hanging in there. How about that? All right, we had a fast track and a firm turf and a great card. Bungie took the night off tonight, so he said there's only one turf race on Monday and it was too tough, so he's going to let that one go for today. So let's get started with the races on Delaware Oaks Day. Here's the field for the opener. 7 of them were entered, 7 of them went, and the favorite was Gilded Drama. Here's John Kern with the first of 9 races.
And they're off. And of course, Awesome Romeo does break well, goes right for that lead. Gilded Drama toward the inside, and Tempting Moment, those 3 across the track in the early stages. A length further back to Flying Bankroll, followed by, down to the inside, Not Rocket Science, Isabella's Magic, and Purrs Well is your trailer. Gilded Drama takes over with a half mile to go, leads it by a length. Up on the outside, Flying Bankroll in the second, Awesome Romeo racing in third, followed by Tempting Moment with the rail. Not Rocket Science, Isabella's Magic moving up there 3 wide into the turn, and Purrs Well continues the trail. Opening quarter went in 21-4, Speedy Fractions as they move around the bend. On the inside, it's Gilded Drama. On the outside, Flying Bankroll. They've opened up about 6 or 7 on the rest of them. Awesome Romeo, followed by Not Rocket Science as they turn for home in a 2-horse affair. Gilded Drama on the inside, Flying Bankroll on the outside are still head-to-head. Awesome Romeo's trying to kick it in gear once again, followed by Not Rocket Science, Isabella Magic. But down to the furlong grounds, it's Gilded Drama on the inside, trying to edge away from Flying Bankroll, and Gilded Drama wins that battle. Flying Bankroll is holding on the second, followed by Awesome Romeo and Purrs Well rounding out the...
And Gilded Drama takes the opener, the favorite, with It's a Sin if you didn't bet on Cintron. Alex Cintron for Gerald Bennett and Harold Queen. That gives Gerald the lead in the trainer's race. 520, 260, 220. Flying Bankroll with Rodriguez, 280, 240. Awesome Romeo with Schneider, 520. Exact 1160, try 90, 420. Super with the 7, 176 even. Let's go to the second race. Mile and 70 yards on the fast track. Scratch the 1 Oxborough. 2-5 favorite, My Eminence.
And they're off. Worth His Salt breaks well, being hustled for that lead. Up on the outside, there goes Now We Are Free. In between horses, that's discreetly placed, those 3 across the track. My Eminence will settle nicely in that 4th spot. Now it's a gap of about 6 or 7 lengths to the trailers. Monkey's Medal, followed by Mid-Ocean and Circle Away. Those 3 lag at the back of the pack. Meanwhile, we have a foursome within 3 lengths around the first turn. Worth His Salt showing the way by a length. Discreetly placed, and Now We Are Free are side-by-side, second and third. My Eminence still in a perfect perfect position right behind the top three and saving ground around the bend. Then a gap of about 9 lengths further back to Monkey's Metal, another 10 to Mid-Ocean, and 4 more to Circle Away. Opening quarter win in 23 and 1, honest tempo being set down the backside. Worth His Salt still leads by a length over Discreetly Placed. Up on the outside, Now We Are Free. My Eminence still tucked in nicely toward the inside. Now it's a gap of about 6 or 7 to Monkey's Metal, still about 9 lengths further back to Mid-Ocean. Same gap to Circle Away. Half goes in 46 and 3 as they race into the turn. Worth His Salt still leads it. Now We Are Free up on the outside, trying to challenge with Discreetly Placed. My Eminence still biding his time behind that group in fourth. Then a gap of 6 to Monkey's Metal, the rest out of it as they race around the bend. Now We Are Free sticks ahead in front of Worth His Salt. My Eminence with a perfect rail trip. Now looking for room off the rail, will angle out 3 wide as they head for home. The 6 furlongs went in 11 and 3, and here comes My Eminence to take on Now We Are Free and Worth His Salt. Behind them it's Discreetly Placed, followed by Monkey's Metal. My Eminence ready to pounce, and now My Eminence to the front by a length. Worth His Salt is gamely hanging in there, trying to battle back on the inside. My Eminence hanging just a bit, but now edging away again. My Eminence will win it. It's going to be tight for second. Monkey's Metal, a late rally, but Worth His Salt hangs on to place. Monkey's Metal rally for third, and Mid-Ocean got up for fourth.
And the favorite wins again, so 2 straight favorites start the day off here. My Eminence with Don't Waity to Bet on Katie Davis for Hugh McMahon and Joe Bessiker. 280, 210, 210. Worth His Salt with Halliday, 3 even, 240. Monkey's Meadow with Augusto Marin, 240. Exact 880, the try 1720. The double 980, a chalky double, the super 5170. To the third we go, and this one's on the turf, and we took the rails down for the first time at the meet. We're at the 0 setting, no temporary rails here, so they're running on fresh grass here. Woohoo! So this one's at 7.5 furlongs on that firm turf. Scratch the 5, scratch the 9. Here's John Kern with the call.
Starlet's in, we're about set. And they're off. I Dream of Lois being pushed for that early lead. German Street is there up on the outside thrice. Cowboys Princess in between horses with the rail, that's Cat Giamarello. Talk Less, Smile More up on the far outside as a jockey for position in that first turn, but German Street's going to come out on top. But going a bit wide around the bend, giving I Dream of Lois once again a chance to regain that lead, and does so. I Dream of Lois by a half. Right there, German Street alongside second. Then a length and a half further back to Talk Less, Smile More. Cat Giamarello has the inside track. Thrice is next in line right alongside. Then 2 lengths further back to Speeding Starlet, Cowboys Princess, and the great Digital Diva brings up the rear. Actually, no, we go further back than that. Way back there now. That is Passing Fast, the distant trailer. Opening quarter win in 24 and 1 as they race past the half-mile marker. German Street on the outside. On the inside, I Dream of Lois. Then comes Cat Giamarello. Talk Less, Smile More is right there as they race into the turn. Thrice between horses and Speeding Starlet, Digital Diva, followed by Cowboys Princess, Passing Fast, hopelessly beaten. Half and 47 flat. They pick things up with 3/8 to go. On the front end, still German Street and I Dream of Lois as they head for home. German Street getting out around the bend. I Dream of Lois once again sticking to the rail and regains that lead again. I Dream of Lois on the outside, German Street. Then 3 lengths to Cat Giamarello, followed by Digital Diva on the inside. Up on the outside, thrice, it's German Street. I Dream of Lois gamely battling back, but German Street edging away. I Dream of Lois getting second, followed by Cat Giamarello and Digital Diva.
And it was German Street taking it for Juan Rodriguez and Keith Nations. Owner Vince Campanella and Nations Racing Stable, LLC. 820, 460, 340. I Dream of Lois. I guess Clark Kent used to say that. Jackie Davis, that's Katie's sister, 840, 440. Cat Giamarello with Trevor, 560. Exact to 56.40, try 364 even. The double 13.40, the pick 3, 22.60. And the super 1,172.90. All right, now we start the stakes race, 5 in a row. This is the Cape Henlopen, 75,000 on the turf at 1.5 miles. So they're going to go around twice here. Scratch the 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 13, but a real competitive field. will ready to contend at this 1.5 miles on the turf.
We're about set. And they're off. See, wants that early lead. Manitoulin on the outside. Archigellus on the inside. Vie for that early lead. Quickly, a gap of about 3.5 lengths further back to Vittori Kin. Positivist on the outside. The great Canisar hugs the rail, racing in 5th. Then Surprise Twist, and a gap of 3 more to O. Dionysus, the trailer, as they make their way into the far turn for the first time. And on the front end, Archigellus on the inside. Manitoulin on the outside. They've got about 3 lengths further back on Positivist and Vittori Kin toward the inside of that one. Then a gap of 2 more to Surprise Twist. Canisar has dropped back a bit, and O. Dionysus is the trailer, about 8 lengths from front to back. Opening quarter went in 24 seconds flat. Good solid tempo for the 1.5 miles as they come down the home stretch the first time. Archigellus on the inside, up on the outside, Manitoulin. 3 lengths further back to the rest of them, bunched up there. Positivist, O. Dionysus up there, 3 wide now. Down toward the inside. That is Vittori Kin as they come by the finish line the first time. Still have a mile to go. Trailers are Canisar and Surprise Twist. The half goes in 48-2. Again, nice solid fractions as they race into that turn. Archigellus will try and take them wire to wire. Leads it by 1.5 lengths over Manitoulin. 3 lengths to O. Dionysus, who's worked forwardly from the back of the pack into that 3rd spot. Vittori Kin next in line. Then comes Positivist, Canisar, and Surprise Twist, the trailer. Still about 7 or 8 from front to back. They've got 6 furlongs to navigate. The opening 6 in 1:12 flat. That is a good tempo as they race down the back stretch. On the front end, Archigellus and Manitoulin still going at it head to head. O. Dionysus racing through. Vittori Kin on the inside of Surprise Twist. The great Canisar yet to move, and the trailer is Positivist. 9 lengths off that leader, and the tempo quickens with a half mile to go. The mile in 1:36.4 as they race into the turn. Archigellus and Manitoulin still going at it with O. Dionysus. Not much has changed. Vittori Kin and Surprise Twist. Then comes Canisar dropping out of it. Positivist, 3/8 to go. Archigellus trying to pull away from Manitoulin. Surprise Twist, O. Dionysus. Vittori Kin on the inside needs some racing room. Followed by Canisar. 6 still with a shot as they turn for home. Archigellus slipping through. Vittori Kin on the inside. If there's enough room. 5 across the track. Surprise Twist, O. Dionysus, and Canisar. It's a 5-way battle down the lane. Canisar is coming fast on the outside. Surprise Twist, Vittori Kin, and Canisar with a well-timed ride will get the money under Fergal Lynch. Wins it by 2. Surprise Twist, a good...
Well-timed ride indeed. It laid off the pace and exploded through the stretch after all that 1.5 miles. Canisar wins it for, it's a cinch to bet on Lynch, Fergal Lynch. For Arnaud Delacour, I said in the paddock we ought to change the name of this track to Delacour Park. Guy Parente is the owner. 420, 280, 210. Surprise Twist was second with Centeno, and that one's trained by Delacour. 1440, 420. O. Dionysus, who dead heated for 3rd with Vittori Kin. Dionysus won this race last year, 210 with Cintron. Vittori Kin with Lannery, 210. Exacta 46, the 243 try. 75.20, 249 try, $76. Double 22.40. Pick 3, 24.30. Pick 4, 69.90. Super 2439, $99. 2493, $97. And that was a new course record. There's Delacour right there with Fergal Lynch getting the Cape Henlopen Trophy. And like I said, that was a new course record for 1.5 miles. All right, let's go to the 5th. And in this race, Scratch Warrior of the Roses. This is the Carl Hanford Memorial. Let me quickly tell you about Carl. He, of course, was the trainer of the great Kelso, who was one of my favorite horses. I saw Kelso run. And when my son was born and old enough to know, I took him out to Chesapeake City to where Kelso was retired and pointed him out in the grazing in the paddock. And then I got to meet Carl when I came to work here, and I was so excited. And then I got to know Carl and interviews with him about Kelso, and more excited. And then finally I became friendly with Carl, and that was more exciting than anything, because what a great guy he was. And I'm glad we remember Carl Hanford with this race and watch him go a mile and a 16th.
And they're off. General Downs breaks well. Up toward the middle of the pack there, that's Douglas Road. Dr. Blarney, where he likes to be, is now going to be eased to the front by Tammy Piermarini, and Dr. Blarney on the front end as they race into that first turn, still well off the rail. Douglas Road racing second. He's also drifting out toward the center of the track there. Just Whistle up on the outside. Rerod probably got the worst of it. Down on the inside, it's General Downs saving all the ground. Then comes Imperative, and the trailer is Colonel Juan as they make their way around the first turn. And it is Dr. Blarney showing the way by a good 2 lengths. Douglas Road racing second, length and a half further back to on the inside General Downs. Right there up there 3 wide is Reride. Just Whistle in between horses and a gap of 2.5 to Imperative, and Colonel Juan continues at the back. Opening quarter went in 24-1 as they race down the Delaware backstretch. And Tammy Piermarini and Dr. Blarney leads it by a length. Douglas Road is right there in second, toward the inside. General Downs third. Just Whistle in between horses. Up there, still 3 wide is Reride. Then comes Imperative, and Colonel Juan continues the trail about 8 or 9 lengths off that leader. Half went in 48 seconds in 2 identical quarters as they race into the turn with Dr. Blarney. Now pressured by Douglas Road. 2.5 lengths further back to Reride on the outside. On the inside is Just Whistle. Imperative is trying to make up some ground, followed by General Downs and Colonel Juan with no run yet, with a quarter to go. They've got the good doctor to catch, and that's going to be a tough task as they turn for home. It's Dr. Blarney showing the way, the 6 and 11 and 4. Dr. Blarney still being handridden by Tammy Piermarini. Just Whistle rallies toward the inside. Reride between horses. Up on the outside, Douglas Road, Imperative, and Colonel Juan, but they're all chasing the Massachusetts bred Dr. Blarney, and as usual, they're not going to catch him. Dr. Blarney with another win. It's going to be tight for second. Just Whistle and Reride, and a photo for second and third.
The winning machine, Dr. Blarney, does it again. 28 starts, 20 wins. 5 for 7 here at Delaware Park, and does it again. Tammy Piermarini, the regular rider for Carl Grusmark, and Joseph DeRico. How about that, Dr. Blarney? $6.40, $3, $2.60. Just Whistle with Vargas, $2.60, $2.20. Carl Hanford would have liked that, Dr. Blarney. Reride with Bravo, $2.80. The exact at $20. The try, $62.80. The double, $14.80. Pick 3, $47.60. Super, $103.60. And there is the daughter. Oh, that's Gail Hanford, Carl's daughter, presenting the winning trophy. Good to see Gail. All right. The 6th race was the Grade 3 Kent Stakes on the turf. Scratched the entry one, He's No Lemon, and 1A Shooting the Breeze, also the main track only aspect. The Grade 3 Kent Stakes, named for Kent County.
And they're off in the Kent Stakes. Here's to be a good start for them all. Empire of War to the inside is going to shoot for that lead. Up on the outside, Eons is there, award winner in between horses, and Surf and Turf looking for a spot as they race down the chute. And it's going to be Empire of War leading it by a neck. Award winner under tight hold is right there, tugging at the bit. Settling in nicely, Eons in that 3rd spot as they come toward the finish line the first time. Then Surf and Turf, followed by Solidify, Critical Data, and in between horses as they make the way to the turn is Share the Blame. As they make their way around the clubhouse, turn opening quarter went in 24 and 4. Moderate tempo being set by award winner. Now is taken over by 2 lengths. Empire of War now settles back in the second as Eons moves up alongside of that one. Now it's about 3.5 lengths to Surf and Turf and Share the Blame, followed by Critical Data and Solidify now the trailer, about 7 or 8 lengths off that leader. As they straighten away down the backside, award winner leads it by 3 parts with Eons stalking in second. A length and a half further back to Empire of War, still a close up third. Then a gap of 4 lengths to Surf and Turf, followed by Share the Blame, Critical Data, and Solidify continues the trail, still about 9 lengths from front to back. They cover the half in 49 and 2 as they race into the turn. Comfortable fractions for the favorite award winner. Eons is still stalking in second, 2 lengths further back. Empire of War is a close-up third. Now, trying to rally from the back of the pack, it is Share the Blame. Surf and Turf, Critical Data moves up on the inside of horses. They begin to bunch up and solidify the trailer, but only about 6 lengths top to bottom with a quarter to go. It's award winner now being flanked by Eons as they turn for home. Eons on the outside now leads it by a neck. Award winner trying to battle back. Empire of War, not good enough right now, followed by Surf and Turf and Critical Data. Looks like 2 horses right now. Award winner is game. Eons on the outside. Award winner is battling back. Eons on the outside. These 2 will fight it out. It's going to be a photo finish, but the photo is going to go to Eons in a hard-fought win.
He does it again. Arnaud Delacour with another win. This time ridden by Clever Trevor McCarthy, for Arnold Delacour and Mark Greer. He's just been tearing them up here at Delaware. Eons pays $10.44 and $2.80 by Giants Causeway. Award winner with Lannery, $2.60, $2.20. Surf and Turf with Bravo, $6. The exacta 24. Try 280.40. Double 640. That's the consolation double. The real double 33.60. Pick 3 consolation 860. Actual 63.30. Super with the 4 633.50. Eons takes the Kent. Here's our feature race of the day, the Grade 3 Delaware Oaks. Oh wait, there's a Tom Creel, the racing secretary, presenting to Arnaud Delacour. Scratch the 1A in the Delaware Oaks. This is the big one, 300,000. Here's John Kern with the call.
And they're off in the Delaware Oaks, and it's a good start for them all. Ujjayi breaks well, but on the outside, there goes Jaywalk right for that lead where she likes to be, and she'll try and control the tempo from there. Fashion Faux Pas racing second, followed by Ujjayi, and Gotta Get Strong. Abilene is next in line, and Fleet Destiny is the trailer as they race into that first turn with Jaywalk well in hand by Joe Bravo, leads it by a length. Gotta Be Strong moves up on the inside. Fashion Faux Pas up there on the outside. Ujjayi is right there in fourth. Then comes Abilene edging a bit closer, and the Fleet Destiny the trailer as they race around the first turn. And Jaywalk's had it all her own way so far. Opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. Couldn't be any nicer for her. Jaywalk leads it by a length. Fashion Faux Pas racing second with Gotta Be Strong toward the inside. Abilene is caught 3 wide down the backside. Ujjayi in between horses, and the Fleet Destiny continues the trail as they move down the Delaware backstretch. Jaywalk still under a firm hold by Joe Bravo. Going along nicely on the front end by 2 lengths over Fashion Faux Pas. Gotta Be Strong next in line. Abilene is trying to move up 3 wide. Ujjayi between horses, and the Fleet Destiny continues the trail. After a half in, 47-3. They race into the turn, and Jaywalk on the front end. Leads it by a length and a quarter. Fashion Faux Pas, only threat right now. 4 lengths further back. Abilene is trying to rally in third. Ujjayi next in line. Gotta Be Strong and the Fleet Destiny. Right now it's a 2-horse affair, and Jaywalk continues strong on the front end. It appears. Fashion Faux Pas is digging in, trying to go by. 5 lengths further back to Abilene as they turn for home. They've got Jaywalk to catch. The 6 in 109-1, and Jaywalk is still running a good race. Fashion Faux Pas tried to make that run but couldn't go by her. Far back to Abilene, and Jaywalk, she is back, it appears. Jaywalk is drawing away down the lane. Jaywalk returns to her 2-year-old form, and an impressive win in the Delaware Oaks, wins it by 7, well in hand. Fashion Faux Pas.
And Jaywalk is back, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Filly winner. Loves Delaware Park and romped there with Jersey Joe Bravo for John Service, DJ Stable LLC, and Cassius King LLC. 480, 260, 220, Fashion Faux Pas for Delacour and Centeno. 210, 210. Ujjayi with Connor, 640. Exact 880, try 97.20, double 33.80, pick 3, $9. Real pick 3, 50.60, super 194.80. Now, do we have that winner's circle? There we go. No, that's the last one. That's the Kent Stakes. This was the Delaware Oaks. Coming up. There we go. Big crowd there. There's John Mooney. There's Joe Bravo. There's John Services in there somewhere. Congratulations to them. Here's the Robert Dick Memorial. Robert Dick was a racing commissioner here at Delaware Park for years. I became friendly with him. We used to be partners when he retired in betting turf races. He loved the bet. He loved Delaware Park. He loved horse racing, and he was a great guy. Scratch the 1, the 8, and the 10. Mile 3/8 on the turf.
And they're off in the Robert Dick Memorial. Steel and Magnolias breaks well on the inside. Theodore B up on the far outside. Coach Whip is advancing in between horses as a jockey for position into that far turn for the first time. Stealing Magnolias, the gray on the front end, leads it by a length. Coach Whip in between horses. Asari right alongside. 2.5 lengths further back to Theodora B, who settles in the fourth. A gap of 2 more lengths to Jenna Ruler. Layla up on the outside of that one. Then comes Gaining and Vivina, teamed up at the back of the pack. Stealing Magnolias showing the way around the far turn for the first time. Leads it by 3 lengths. Toward the inside, it's Coach Whip. Right up there on the side, that's Osara. Length further back to Theodora B, hugging the rail. Then comes Jenna Ruler and Layla Noor as a team, and teamed up to the back, Gaining and Vivina as they come by the finish line the first time. Opening quarter went in 23-1. Good tempo being set by Stealing Magnolias. Osara to the outside of Coach Whip. Their heads apart in second and third after a half in 48-2. Then a length and a half further back to Theodora B, going along in fourth. Jenna Ruler toward the inside of Layla Noor. Then 2 lengths further back to Gaining and Vivina. About 10 or 11 lengths separates this field as they curl around the clubhouse turn with Stealing Magnolias opening up about 6 lengths now in the field. Osari toward the outside of Coach Whip. Then a gap of 2.5 to Theodora B. On the outside, Layla Noor. Then comes Jenna Ruler, followed by Gaining as they make their way down the backstretch, and Vivina. They've got just over 5 furlongs to go, and Stealing Magnolias, the 6-1, 12-3, going along in front by 5 lengths. Coach Whip on the inside of Osara. 2 lengths to Theodora B. Jenna Ruler looking to advance with the rail. Then comes Gaining up on the outside as they make their way into the turn with Stealing Magnolias still on the front end. They went the 6 furlongs in 12-3, the mile in 1:37, 3/8 to go, and Stealing Magnolias trying to steal this one. Coach Whip is advancing. The Grays are 1-2. Up on the outside, Theodora B is making a nice move. Jenna Ruler toward the inside needs some racing room as they make their way at the top of the stretch with Stealing Magnolias well off the rail. Jenna Ruler has a big opening if good enough, and here comes Jenna Ruler slipping through on the inside under Chris Londeras, forging to the front. On the outside, Theodora B getting second. Gaining into third. On the inside is Layla Noor. It's Jenna Ruler edging away by 2.5. Theodora B chasing, but Jenna Ruler will win the Robert Dick Memorial by 3 lengths. Theodora B getting second over Gaining, and Layla.
Jenna Ruler taking that one, the Robert Dick Memorial for Chris Landeros and Ian Wilkes for the Monashi Stable. 9:44.62.60. Theodora B with Cintron. 5:43.40. Gaining with Bridgmohan. 2:20. Exacta 48.80. The try 105. Double 5:20. Real double 31.40. Pick 3 12.10. Pick 3 87.40. Pick 4 276.50. Pick 5 529.90. All stakes pick 5. Super 231.30. And a big crowd there in the winner's circle for the Robert Dick Memorial. All right, let's go to the 9th and final. Scratch the 3, scratch the 7. Here they go, 6 furlongs.
Up on the outside. Length further back to Hardcore Folklore and Tap the Mark, and gets away last as they move down the back stretch. On the front end, it's Drills Little Man by 2 lengths. TB12 racing second, same gap now to Celtic Treasure. Lippy Lorenzo to the outside of Hardcore Folklore, and Tap the Mark continues at the back as they race into the turn, with Drills Little Man showing the way. Still leads it by about 2.5 lengths. TB12 racing second, a length further back. Up on the outside, it is Lippy Lorenzo. Celtic Treasure is there, and Hardcore Folklore has the rail. Tap the Mark continues at the back as they head for home with Drills Little Man still to catch. The lead is about 1.5 lengths now as driving up on the outside, TB12 set the challenge with a furlong to go. Drills Little Man joined by TB12. Hardcore Folklore tries to rally with the rail. Next to line, it's Celtic Treasure, and Tap the Mark looking for room. With a 16th to go, it is TB12 edging away. TB12 will win.
And it is TB12, the winner for Trevor McCarthy. Another win, Jamie, and that's for Jagger Incorporated. Here's a look at all the prices. Here's the handle. It was good. $2,805,204. Just short of $3 million. Thank you. Next week, the Delaware Handicap. Good night.